Hey, welcome to the world according Briggs, or welcome back to the world according Briggs, whatever the case may be. I'm Briggs, I travel and I make lists. Today we're going to make a list on the Lone Star State, Texas, and the reasons why you should move there. But before we get into the list, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, Vikings War of Clans. Vikings War of Clans was inspired by the famous strategy and RPG games of the 1990s. I played Red Alert and Ages of Empires constantly. Back then, I could spend a whole day just playing those games. I don't think the younger kids get it. Now, what makes Vikings World so addictive is that more than 20 million online players are constantly changing the way the game evolves by never-ending fighting over resources, forging new alliances, and competing in live events. Support my channel by downloading Vikings for free, only from my links in my description box, and get a special bonus of 200 gold coins and a protective shield. Don't forget to look me up and join my Vikings clan under my nickname, Graveyard Jim. Alright, so in case you missed my last video and have no idea where Texas is, here you go. Here's some quick stats on the Lone Star State. They are ranked second in both size and population with just over 28 million people. That was in 2017, the last complete year. It became a state December 29th, 1845, making it the 28th state, and more than once, they've tried to leave the United States and become their own country. They get this burr in their saddle and feel like they need to do that every couple decades or so. So, if you're looking for a place to start over or just put down some roots, you should probably watch my top 10 reasons to move to Texas. Number 10. Barbecue and food in general. Barbecue is king in the Lone Star State, and for good reason. It's delicious. Almost everyone in Texas is either a great barbecue cook or a great barbecue consumer. If you ever get sick of barbecue, which in my opinion I think is close to impossible, there's good news. They have this other style of food called Tex-Mex. If cooked right, you will want to find the cook and marry them on the spot because you never want it to end. Hopefully, it's someone you're attracted to and currently isn't married to the local sheriff, who now wants to run you over in his patrol car. And that's why I never talk about Laredo, Texas. Number 9. Taxes. They go light on income taxes in Texas, and that's a fact. Now, I say that in a plural form because they don't have personal income tax or corporate income tax, which is nice. Now, if you own property, that's where they get you, and they get you good. But still, Texas is one of the handful of states that doesn't have personal income tax, which is really nice, especially if you're a renter. Number 8. Southern hospitality. Texans are known for their Southern hospitality, that whole howdy kind of attitude. What's not to love about that? They have a history of this that goes back to the old West days. And being friendly and always willing to help out a neighbor type thing, that's always been big in Texas. If you're one of those people right now that wants to dispute this and tell us that's not how Texans treat you, well, I can only say that in this life you get what you give. And maybe you should look inward, Grasshopper. It's not them, it's you probably. Now, in Texas, they also do that whole bless your heart thing when you make a mistake like they do in Georgia. You say something stupid and they go, oh, bless your heart. It sounds like they're being nice, but really they're calling you an idiot. Number 7. Affordability and jobs. In Texas, the cost of living is lower than the U.S. average. There's no personal income tax and no corporate income tax like I said before. What's more, the unemployment rate is lower than the national average. Big companies have been moving to Texas for years and bringing some good jobs with them. And if you're subscribing to the Texas stereotype, they're not just oil and ranching either, okay? And gunsmithing and things like that. Number 6. The tech migration. More and more tech companies and entrepreneurs are migrating to the central Texas area and starting to call it the next Silicon Valley. Drawn by highly educated workforce, low taxes, warm weather, the Austin and San Antonio areas are becoming a major hub for the next generation of like tech companies and stuff like that. I had one guy email me about Christine, Texas, and said it would be the next place to blow up. I looked it up. No, it's not, dude. You have like 15 buildings in the whole town, and all but 4 of them look like they came on wheels. And thank you for the history lesson on your hacking crew that lives in Christine. That's what he called it, a hacking crew. Okay, Texas is great, but stay away from Christine and this off-the-hook hacking crew. Ridiculous. Number 5, warm weather. In my last video, I talked about the crazy weather in Texas. Now, I listed it as a reason not to move to Texas. Well, for some people, hot weather and very low chance of snow are a serious plus. Some people love the heat. I'm definitely not one of them, but a lot of people do like to move to Texas for the weather. Number 4. Lots of energy. Texas is more than oil, of course. The natural resource-rich state is also known for its natural gas production. It leads the nation. And this has nothing to do with personal events following your attendance at a Texas chili festival. It's the stuff that comes out of the ground. They also have coal, electricity production, again, #1 in the United States, and renewable energy, specifically wind energy. They have a lot of open land to put wind farms. And again, this has nothing to do with chili. Number 3, quality of life. Texas is always at the top of any list when it comes to quality of life. The state has jobs, cheap housing, low cost of living, low taxes, festivals everywhere, friendly people, amazing sports and music. The weather is decent most of the year, and did I mention the barbecue? I love barbecue sauce. I always tell my wife, if you want to get my motor running, ditch the perfume and put a little Stubbs spicy barbecue sauce behind her ears. It's game on then. Number 2. Very gun-friendly. Now this is what I talked about on the negative side about living in Texas. One reason, because some people just don't like guns. Here's my disclaimer. I'm not saying guns are good or bad. I'm just letting you know that this is a very gun-friendly state. Texas has a long history with guns. It goes way beyond the NRA. You have to remember this for a long time was pretty much a frontier state and has a deep Old West history. And they have always held tight and took pride in their gun history. If you're a fan of firearms, move to Texas, plain and simple. And number 1, great cities. The Lone Star State is home of 4 of the best major cities in the country. Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. Technically it's 5, but most people consider Dallas and Fort Worth kind of the same, somewhat. I've been doing these lists for a while now, and I can tell you from my experience in researching these lists and traveling this country, these cities are amazing. They're amazing for work, family, entertainment, and life in general. Texas has turned into one of the best states to start a new life. As always, it might not be for everyone, but it is for most. Texas is the new land of opportunity, and a great place for barbecue. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but I keep thinking about it. I don't know if that has something to do with the diet I'm on, but yeah, they got amazing barbecue. Alright, so that's the top 10 reasons to move to Texas. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.